Let's go. Let's roll. It's your turn. I'm about to take you there. I'm lightning like Steve McQueen. I'm in the fast lane when the light turns green. And I built tough, I ain't nothing but grit.
What is cracking, y'all? We are out here camping near the Painted Hills in Oregon, and we wanted to do a quick little rundown of our Prius setup because we've been sleeping in it a lot more, and we sort of have a pretty basic setup for two people. I know a lot of the walkarounds I see on YouTube are mostly people having it set up for one person, so figured it might be an interesting perspective to have on how we sleep two people in here. We just put we have our XPad mattress here. This is really nice, really nice air pad.
It's like having a bed, your home bed,
Yeah.
in a car.
Now, the one thing about this is the wheel wells sort of push it up on each side. So it's like not a perfect fit. I know they sell car mattresses that sort of fit in there perfectly, but
We just inflated a little bit less than we normally would.
Yeah.
And it does fine.
And we use this for camping in the tent as well. So in the summer, we usually pull out the tent. So we're sort of new to sleeping in the Prius, but what we do to level it out up here is all that extra space is filled in with our camping totes here and here, and our water jug. So
and a lot of that stuff we'd have to put in the car anyway.
Yeah.
Because, we cook on it and things like that. So kind of has double function in that sense. But it works perfectly. It levels out the bed. And the XPad is really great. It's super warm.
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
So, yeah, I mean, if you have a couple of totes, and like we said, we usually put that stuff in the car even when we're sleeping in the tent. So it just helps us level out the platform. I've been thinking about maybe building some like wood panels that could hang off of the back of the seats, so we don't have to worry about packing that up before we go to bed.
One thing you want to keep in mind when you sleep in the Prius, though, is we bought these like splash guards, or rain guards.
Yep.
For the windows, and you have to crack them down at night because otherwise it gets really condensated inside. So these were a really good purchase because if it's raining, we can still have the windows down and we won't get wet.
Yeah, so it probably gives about, like 2 inches.
Yeah,
And
enough.
we can crack the window just enough so if it is raining, we don't get splashed or anything. And then it also helps to have our little awning here. We did a video about this awning. If you want to check that out, I'll link it. But, sorry.
It's okay.
It's basically just a little DIY build. We took some electrical conduit hangers, some PVC, and some electrical conduit, and built this mounting point. And then we have just some basic tarp poles, and then we also have a tarp that we already had. So overall, it's a pretty cheap build. And I gotta say, it's working out really nicely. Normally we have like one of those big Coleman sunshades, and it was really big, and it was kind of, in this situation, it was a little hard to find a place to set it up. So it's nice, like feeling like real overlanders, I guess, with our whole little car setup here.
Also, it takes up a lot less space in the car.
Yeah. For our kitchen setup.
So, yeah, like we said, we put these underneath to support the bed, but we've got our Coleman stove, our propane. This is our kitchen tote, which has all of our pots and pans and towels. We've got like a little toolbox thing you can lift in and out. This is really nice. This holds our cutting board and some other items like our trash bags and things like that. We've got bottle openers. Yeah, and then we've got this water thing, which maybe we should get a thinner one. This one is a little square, but it works really well to support the bed. So you know, pros and cons to both. We have a little bucket over here to catch our gray water, which we often use to put out the fire. And this is, we've had this super old, what is it?
It's an igloo, compostable igloo cooler.
And it holds all our dry goods.
And then we have two REI tables. So I think those were like $50 each.
I think they're discontinued.
Yeah.
So, but you can find Coleman, I think, sold some very similar
it's
ones.
like we've got our Yeti Cooler here. We've got some little locks so we can leave it outside of the car at night, just so it is animal safe. And then we've got our Yakima Skybox. I believe this is the Yakima 18. I bought it used on Craigslist, so I don't know exactly. It does say 18 in there. Yeah, okay. So this is where most of our totes go up top. We put the cooler in the back when we're driving, and then a few other miscellaneous things.
And we have our levelers.
Oh, yeah.
You definitely want to be level when you sleep. These have been really useful. We use these almost all the time when we sleep in the car.
I think these were maybe $15 on Amazon. Let's see here. These things are really nice to have, so we don't have to try and find rocks or wood to do this on, especially since we don't have nice thick boy tires. And then something totally unnecessary is I plasti dipped all of the all of the emblems.
It was necessary to be cool.
Yeah. So we're a little cooler now. Looks nice. They had that like nasty blue gradient in here, and I always thought it looked really lame. So that was a quick little 30-minute hour job.
Got our chairs, little mini table for the fire. We've got our toilet, which doesn't go here. It just happens to be here at the moment. Our outdoor toilet, which has been really helpful. And then we have our lounge chair,
Ooh.
which is really great. You just kind of... It's super attractive to get into, super comfy. Highly recommend getting one of these. They look a little ridiculous, but they're very comfortable.
That was one of Kim's Christmas gifts to me, and it has been very fun to mess around with. And then, what else? Let's think. So, since we don't live out of our Prius, this bottom storage here is mostly for, we've got our tire chains, we've got a tool bag, we've got some nice knockoff, well, whatever, traction boards, you know, just in case we get the Prius stuck, which is pretty likely if we're out in any sort of wet weather. But we have a little trash picker in here. We've got some extra oil. We've got our tire pressure gauge, or tire pressure thingamabob. That was like, I don't know, $30 from AutoZone. We've got our jumper cables, and that's pretty much it. It's mostly just like car maintenance stuff, and that is super nice to have. It's actually really, really big, so I could probably fit a lot more stuff in there if we really needed to, but everything fits in there really nicely.
So
We're very much car campers, where, like, you know, what's the difference between overlanding and car camping? It's all kind of the same thing, right? Like, this is the Overland Prius. Let's get it. But the few little bits of modifications that we've made, such as adding the rooftop box, and then just like sort of being scrappy with a lot of the things that we use to stuff underneath the bed, everything has its purpose. So we're not super fluff when it comes to this stuff. We like our nice things. Yeah, overall, I think we've slowly been adjusting everything that we use for camping, and it's been working out really well. Also, check out some of our trip videos on our channel if you're interested in seeing how we use this and what we do on the weekends. If you have any questions, or if you want to talk about Prius camper setups, we'd love to chat with you in the comments. Give this video a like if you liked it, and we'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.
I was born to run. I was built to last. I was made for speed, cause I was born fast. Born to run.